And here we go. Welcome to class, everybody. Little warning on screen there, have fun. Mountain bike spin videos. Spinning sucks without us. My name is Eric Landis. I'll be guiding you through our trail ride tonight. We are doing the Lunch Loops trail workout. Tonight we're going to be focused on kind of a slow grind. I believe in a high pedal cadence in many cases, but you can't always do that. You've got to be strong in other ways. For those of you that have been to class in the past, you might notice the new heads-up display. I took the countdown timer and the warm-up, the current body position, and moved it up. Then Pete Nepper starts his rides out by wheelie dropping out of the bed of his pickup truck. Tonight we're riding at Grand Junction, Colorado at the Lunch Loops Trail. We start at the Tabawatch Trailhead. They've got a brilliant bike park right there, so we're just gonna come right out of the gate, hit some big jumps. The heads-up display that you see gives you a level from 1 out of 10. This is not your gear ratio, this is your perceived level, 10 being a full sprint, 1 being like barely pedaling. It'll tell you what pedal speed to pedal at, as well as the total time bar, and you'll be able to see what the workout is bringing. And then of course all that same data in the coming up next. Right now we're just pedaling lightly. Our system is based on a 5 being threshold. Anything below a level 5, you're in a state of recovery. Anything above a level 5, you're working so hard it makes you want to quit. Anything level 8 and above, you're standing. Pete is headed straight up the main Tabawatch Trail right now. I don't know if I introduced the rider. This is Pete Nepper. He's a local pro mountain bike rider. Now we're working on the warm-up here. So what just happened is we're going to a double time pedal. So this is a fast 120 beats per minute. Now this pedal speed is going to be uncomfortable. This is designed to shock your system into releasing endorphins, a little bit of an adrenaline rush. All of the music that we're listening to tonight, you'll be able to pedal right to the beat. So if you get lost, you actually can listen to the beat and try to hit it with your pedal strokes. We're going to do this same thing again in another 2 minutes. At the end of this double time, we're going to slow back down again, keep working on our warm-up. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now notice, this is a level 4, which actually, you're turning a bit of resistance. So at this point, you're breathing a little bit harder. Your heart rate's gonna have a small spike. I just went from 89 beats per minute to 131. I was talking to you guys last week. I have a Bluetooth heart rate monitor on tonight that connects right to my phone. So these things are pretty affordable. This one's built by Wahoo Fitness. You can get these on Amazon or wherever you want. It connects right to my phone. I found this thing really useful. The heart rate's just in the upper left-hand corner here. If I were out running on the real trail, it would show me like steps per minute. It would use the intervalometer in my phone. If I'm on my bike, it would show me like real speed. Of course, I'm not moving, so I've got no speed or distance tonight. But so I'm using that as my heart rate monitor. I'll be sharing my heart rate with you and my gear and my wattage with you tonight. Not because I'm trying to brag and show off what I'm doing, but because I want to try to describe what the workout feels like and what it feels like to like kind of be at your max. And I'll be just kind of working out with you. I don't consider myself a professional spin instructor, although these days I suppose that's what I am. I'm a professional mountain bike rider and racer. I love being outdoors, but guess what? Here in Colorado, we can't always be outdoors. In the winter, I struggled with motivation, so we started building these videos. I'm actually doing a presentation on this on Thursday night at the Launch Westco Beer and Business downtown at the factory. And today I started writing my speech. And in 10 seconds, we're gonna go do a double time again. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. All right, double time. You actually can lower your resistance if you want, make it easier to get that spin up. This is not about pushing a lot of power. This is about just simply double time pedaling, getting ready for the work. I'm a big believer in warm-up. I know I've already had some people complain about this warm-up routine. Working out's not always comfortable. I want you guys to be safe and to feel ready when the real work comes. Some of the workouts that we do match what the rider does on screen. Tonight's workout is an engineered workout built for mid-length trail intervals, 3 and 4 minute intervals in the seated and standing position. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're backing off again. All right, we have 2 minutes. Now I know you're not tired. You're probably thinking, why are we backing off and recovering already? Well, it's not because you're tired right now. This is part of the warm-up routine. Oh, you guys want fans on? It's amazing how I forget the fans every week. Oh, that last shot, sometimes I like to tell the story, but I was flying my drone, leading Pete up the hill, and one of those rocks was a little taller than I expected, and I backed the drone right into the rock. Oh, speaking of which, that drone is for sale, so if you guys know anyone that's looking for a drone. No, it was actually a year ago that I wrecked it, and it flies perfectly, and I am upgrading to a higher quality drone, so yeah, I am issuing a deal. It's got a couple skid marks on it, but it flies just fine. Video camera shoots 4K, it's pretty neat. Now again, for those of you new to class, the footage that you're seeing, most of it is taken by a runner. So this is a runner with a camera in his hand, chasing a mountain biker through the desert. So we use these high-end gimbals. They're motorized stabilizers that keep the camera smooth. And people always say, are you flying a helicopter that low to the ground? It's like, no, I'm running with a camera in my hand and a backpack on full of all my essentials for the day. So it's pretty physically tough. All right, so the next interval that's coming up, we're gonna go to a level 6 for 3 minutes. So level 6 is above threshold. Threshold is your all-day workload. Threshold is a workload that you can maintain for a really long time, but you're like sweating and breathing hard. You're working hard, but you can maintain it. A level 6 is, I want you to click up into a zone that is a little bit uncomfortable. Here we go, we're gonna add some resistance and step up our pedal speed to an 80 in 2, 1, and here we go. Now for those of you that have been following my workout series, normally right now we'd be somewhere around 90 to 100 on our pedal speed. This 80 is gonna feel pretty slow. If you guys out there, how does it feel to some of the experienced class members? Yeah, that's the right answer. I actually wrestled with if I should put slow or steady in the description, but I knew compared to our normal work that this speed was gonna feel slow. In fact, all of tonight's description, so I've got a text description and a numeric description. So the upper right-hand corner shows the 80, but it also says slow. Now I put that because a lot of people at home or a lot of spin studios have bikes that don't have the display and give you feedback. So I just wanted to have a verbal description of what the pedal speed in the workout felt like right now. All right, so I am gear 17, doing 351 watts. Heart rate is still only 140. My heart rate will tend to stay a little bit low until I get warmed up. I already feel a little shine coming on. Is that what the ladies call it when you start to sweat? I'm like, oh, I'm glowing. I'm not dripping yet. I start to drip sweat off my nose. You guys will see that in just a few minutes. Sometimes we have a competition when my mountain bike buddies are here to see who can leave the biggest sweat puddle on the floor. Now again, if you don't have a display that gives you feedback on what pedal speed you're doing, you can pedal right to the music beat. We have built all our own music by partnering with local artists, and I actually build the videos and build the workout, and then I contact my artist and say, hey, I need X amount of minutes of 60 BPM and X amount of 80 and 100, and I lay them in. The music is expensive, so we have to duplicate it. So when I have songs that'll match new workouts, sometimes we copy and paste and use the same song. In today's video, those of you that have been with me, you're gonna notice very little duplication. I went way out of my way to try to bring in fresh music because I was kind of getting sick of all my own music, you know what I mean? Okay, 4, 3, here comes the recovery, 2 minutes, 1, and down. Woo! All right, so a few people gave me a little woo there. So I'll tell you what, I'm a believer in human motivation. I used to try to do these things sitting in my garage, staring at a wall. And guess what, guys? I'm a racer, I'm a pro rider. It's important that I'm fit, and I could not do it. I could not do it. So I started looking for videos to inspire me. And the first thing I did is I jump on the internet and I say, mountain bike spin videos, enter. And I was ready to buy, I was ready to do whatever I needed. And nothing showed up in the results, so nothing existed. Everything was road bike based. So I was telling you guys, I'm writing this speech, and I was analyzing the dates, and our first attempt at this was back in 2012. The first completed video was in 2013. 2014 is when we shot 18 Road. In 14 we shot 3 more videos. In 2015 we shot 2 videos, and in 2016 we only shot 1 video, bringing us to our total of 6 total trails available. We've been at this a long time. All right, so this little recovery here, I had a little burn going. My sweat was coming on, my heart rate was rising. I'm down to 110, 104. I know that's still too small for you guys to read, but my little display, you guys never stood a chance of reading, but now you can kind of see. By just picking it up and getting excited, I just jumped 10 beats per minute. You guys see that? Okay, man, my heart rate gets excited when I know it's about time to go. Here we go, guys. 3-minute standing level 8. Level 8 is a smooth, symmetrical standing stroke. This is not a sprint. Here we go. Okay, so now we're pedaling a little more slowly. So that last interval, we were at an 80. When you stand up, you naturally pedal a little more slowly. So for me, this level 70, or the 70 RPM, feels similar in speed to an 80 from the seated position. Now I've geared up to 21. So when you pedal more slowly, you do less wattage. So you physically put out less power. So even though I'm standing and I'm at a higher gear ratio, if I look down at my wattage, I'm only at 360. So I'm doing less wattage than I was doing from the seated position. So you can see quickly that standing is less efficient than sitting. However, when cycling, there's always a need to stand. Especially mountain biking, you stand to avoid bumps, soak up hits, lean the bike in corners. Standing is going to engage your core, your shoulders. Pete has been working his way up the Pitacush Trail. He's on a brutal little climb here. This part's really steep and rocky, It's hard to tell on screen, but that section was so steep, it's hard to keep your balance on, or hard to keep traction without wheeling over backwards. Now Pete is almost up to the slab rock intersection where several trails join. He's gonna wheelie up a quite large ledge here. Oh, heart rate 178. So there's the slab rock. My sons and I got caught when it was raining out there, and we ducked under that rock for a moment to get out of the rain. Three, two, one, down, recover. Woo. How's that volume level? So in the work zones, from work to recovery, we're proactively dipping that volume level 5 decibels. We've been struggling with finding a happy medium in our volume levels. So here's Pete going up Widowmaker Hill. In my lifetime, I've seen one person ride their bike up this, but that was literally 20 years ago. Since the erosion, it used to be smooth, just covered in dirt, and now it's like big rocks and ruts. There's a flyway from the drone kind of showing the trail network. This is actually part of the Grand Junction off-road race course. So if you go out there and watch the pros ride, all of the pros will step off their bike, throw their bike over their shoulder and run up this just like Pete did. You can tell that we're actually filming every foot of the trail. This is not just a highlight cut, but this is the authentic look and feel of the real trails. We're connecting what we call a local's favorite direction. So on all these trail networks, you can kind of go like the right way or the wrong way. In the final version of this, you'll see that there are trail names, trail intersection names and directions. So our hope is that people from all over the world can see this video and come ride our trails and kind of feel like they know where they're going. Or feel like they know where they want to go. All right, here we go with our next seated effort. This is going to be 4 minutes at that same level 6 from the seated position. That kind of slow grind, 80 RPM. And 2, 1, here we go. Adding the resistance back up. Now on my last 3 minute, I was at a gear 17. And that felt pretty good, so I'm going straight back to my level 17 again. How's that volume? It's all right? Sounds a little loud. That side? Yeah, I'm getting a nod. Yeah, okay. So Pete is up on the top now. He crested over kind of a mesa there that was flat. Now he's going to cross over a ravine. It doesn't look like much, but this section right here is really technical. I plan on exporting this particular 30-second moment here. As he goes down, takes a left, and comes back out the far side. I'm going to send this to the Grand Junction off-road race promoters and let them upload it. Watch this cliff right here. He goes straight up that like it's no big deal. Trust me, in real life, that's like a monster. All right, now he's back over. Right now we're headed east. We're headed towards Little Park Road. Got those sweat puddles showing up below me. My heart rate's at 163. Now I was up to gear 18. I'm going up to gear 19. The slower pedal speed, I'm able to turn a higher gear than I'm used to. So when I look down at my heart rate and I see that I'm less than 172, I know that I'm not working to my potential. I just clicked up a gear. Heart rate's at 169, 170, 171. Gear 19, 80 RPM, watts 392, heart rate 173, 174. That's too high. I can't maintain this for very much longer, but I don't have to. There's only a minute left. These level 6s are supposed to be above your threshold. My threshold's 172. There's Little Park Road. He's gonna take a right up the lunch line climb. Lunch line leads up to the free lunch trail and Eagle's Nest, Eagle's Wing. All right, 30 seconds. Heart rate 177. It hurts. Come on guys, let me hear it, give me a whoop. All right, when we get done with this, I need another one. I'll count you down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, 2-minute recovery. Heart rate check, 180. My goal is to get my heart rate down to 130. I was at home when I decided to record class, and one of the problems with my particular camera is due to international shipping policies, these cameras can only record 30 minutes straight. I actually had to hack the programming and disable the 30-minute recording cap, and that camera just hit that recording cap. But my voice is actually being recorded up here, so we're recording this class with the anticipation of using a instructor-free class at the downtown location. So that's kind of what's happening here. So we're getting ready for our standing for 4 minutes. Here we go. And up. All right, so last time up, I got my heart rate down to 135. The goal is to drop my heart rate 50 beats per minute from 180 down to 130. I was close. At 50 beats per minute, your body symbolizes that it's recovered and ready to work again when referring to cardio. Generally speaking, the longer the set, the longer the recovery. A lot of people use equal parts work and recovery. So if you worked 4 minutes, you very well might recover for 4 minutes. But you guys are tougher than that, right? You don't need that much recovery, I know. We're in a hurry here. Trying to get up that hill in front of me. You can tell this video was shot in the spring because the bushes are green. The same trail in the middle or into the summer is all dry around the edges. So Pete is headed up the lunch line climb still. We're almost to one of the highest marks on our ride. Heart rate's 177, well above my comfort zone. Just focusing on that beat. Sometimes pull your hands back towards you, chest up. Get right over those glutes. Get those legs and hips straight. Pull right in through the heel. All right, there he's passing the entrance to free lunch. We're headed left over onto Eagle's Wing. You can see the Colorado National Monument in the distance. Heart rate check, 182. My max is about 190. All right, 181. Back up to 183. I'm at gear 20, 70 RPM, wattage 328. 1 minute left. Full 3-minute recovery after this one. I'm holding it, heart rate 182. I haven't touched a thing. Big deep breaths. Go and just let it go. You gotta panic breathe here. Get as much oxygen as you can. Keep it up. "15 seconds. Stay there, be strong. Symmetrical pedals. Focus on your weak leg. Don't shy away. All the way to the end. Give me a whoop. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh man. My heart rate number is dashes. That must mean I'm off the charts, right? I don't actually know what that means, but it's not working. Here's a super long drone shot. This shot is like 90 seconds long, continuous. What I did is I started about halfway down. My particular drone, they claim has a 2-mile radius, and I learned that it's not 2 miles from me out. It's only 1 mile out to 1 mile the other direction. So I learned that I have to start downhill, fly a mile up, and then stay with the rider as he descends. So I'm actually, oh, he just passed me a little while ago. So what I'm doing is I'm using my display and I'm trying to keep the rider in frame while descending at the same time. A little slow-mo action on these corners. Mr. Pete here is an incredible cornerer. He leans the bike, so a lot of people ask me, like, how do I get more traction? Because when you're riding a mountain bike, the biggest fear is traction. You always feel like you're gonna slide out because it's like riding on marbles or roly-polies. Pete's pretty good at riding wheelies too. He's getting ready to drop in on the Eagles descent. This is pretty famous locally. This is one of the most technical and difficult descents. The trail actually zigzags back and forth, Pete here is going to go straight off big drops.